Mr. Akase, let's get to some very important issues. When you talk about the implementation of this anti-grazing law in Benue, we know that the ramifications, the consequences are not domiciled in Benue alone. We have seen millions of cattle and herdsmen flood into Nasarawa State. We have seen how it has displaced farmers and people within Nasarawa State, the economy of Nasarawa State. So clearly the consequences are larger than Benue State. And I want to ask you, there has been finger pointing, not just between the Benue State governor and the Nigerian police force, but also between the Benue State governor and even the Nasarawa State governor, for which the Benue State governor had to apologize concerning the allegation that he was Nasarawa government was domiciling militia.
I'm sorry. He didn't apologize because he said something in error. He apologized to his counterpart in Nasarawa for not discussing that matter, which is a security matter, privately with him before going public. But all the statements that Governor Samuel Otom made as regarding the militia coming, the Fulani herdsmen coming from Nasarawa, from Tungwa to attack Benue, stand. All the statements stand. He has not withdrawn the statement that the people who come to attack Benue come from that axis of Nasarawa State.
Mr. Akase, will you accept the fact that now the way things are in Benue and the way the relationship is between the state government and the federal government, things have gotten frosty, and that's because of the manner of handling of this particular crisis? First and foremost, you just made reference to herdsmen. I mean, using an ethnic description of them, Fulani herdsmen. From what we gather, that is now beginning to make the state very hostile to the safety of anybody who is Fulani coming into the state.
No, not at all. Fulani, as I speak with you, there are many Fulani people in Benue State.
So just last week.
And they are peaceful. They are at peace with the people. Those who have decided to obey the laws of the land are at peace. The people who are having problems are those...
If I may comment, last week, 7 people were killed. 7 people said to be of Fulani ethnic stock were killed while going through the state at a motor park in Boko. Is that right?
Well, but the police have not even confirmed that they are Fulani.
I need you to confirm. Just a moment. I need you to confirm that. Is it true that 7 people of Fulani ethnic stock were killed at a motor park in Boko?
7 people...
Owing to mob action. Is that true?
Police report says 7 people killed, but police have not told us they are Fulanis. And the imam, the chief imam of Boko, said they are not Fulanis. The people killed were not Fulanis, that they were they were laborers who were on their way to one of the states in the south. And
is there a reason why they were killed?
And I don't know, but that when the hoodlums saw them, this was a pure criminal act, and that's what the police commissioner in Benue said, that when the hoodlums saw them with money, perhaps they attacked them, and in the process of that. It resulted to death of some people. But police have not said they are Fulanis, and that's what we believe.
Now you're holding on to the police statement.
If they say the truth, we believe them. When they are truthful, we believe them. But when they are not truthful, we do not believe them.
Now you're holding on to the police statement because it suits your narrative. But some people, they have said you have made the state, the kind of conversations being held around that state has now made it very difficult for a certain group of people to be able to live there. But I will come to that in a moment. Mr. Jimoh, you say that it is the governor who should resign. We've seen herdsmen attack happen over and over again in Benue State. It first of all started way before Agatu, but Agatu was the first one that happened. As at that time, there was no law in place. In fact, we saw, from what we heard, over 3,000 people were killed. And then much later, we began to hear pockets and pockets of people being killed in Benue State before this law eventually was put in place. Now, the police has the mandate to secure lives and property, in addition to the government at both the state and the federal levels. Would you say then that the police has been able to live up to its mandate of protecting lives and property when people have been dying for such a long period of time, not just in Benue State, in many states across the country?
Thank you so much. Police has lived up to its responsibility of protecting life and property. If you have, across the world, crime is an issue. And that is why we emphasize that you don't give a crime coloration, that somebody is a Fulani, somebody is Hausa, somebody is Yoruba, somebody is Igbo, somebody is Chief, somebody is Idoma. Because by the time you give it colorations, then you water down the crime itself. The 7 people that were, they were not only killed, they were equally burnt as Fulani people. I want to make it abundantly clear for them to know. And these are people that are on transit. And these are people that are in the public, in the glare of the public, in a motor park, were brought out, killed, and burnt. And if we have arrests have been made, and we are investigating further. But I want to respond to some of the assertions that
before you respond, just a moment before you respond to his assertion, you just said the police has been living up to its responsibility. How can the police make such a categorical statement in the face of people dying?
Thank you so much.
If you say that, just a moment, if you say that the police is trying to live up to its responsibility, people might understand that. But when you say the police has lived up to its responsibility in the face of the number, it's bad enough that one person dies. But when you look at the number of people losing their lives almost on a daily basis, can the police really say they're living up to their responsibility?
Thank you so much. I still repeat that we have lived up to our responsibility, because the first constitutional, what we have as duty in the Constitution is to protect life and property, and we'll be doing. But there's no way you can work in isolation without the people engaging the people, and that's what we are doing. If there are crises in Guma and Logo, and these crises are being prevented from spreading to other parts of the state, you just have one or two pockets of incidents in some local government. Benue State has 23 local governments, and this crisis is restricted to only Logo and Guma, and the incident that we have in Makurdi and that of Boko. Then we have prevented so many other attacks. As we speak, 105 people were arrested for the incident that happened in Makurdi, and they were taken to court.
So what happened?
So what I'm trying to point out is that we have lived up to our responsibility, but the government and the good people of Benue State must appreciate that.
So where was the police? Where was the police? Where was the police when the 7 people were murdered? From what we understand, there is a police station very close to that particular motor park where the people were burnt alive. You say you are conducting investigations and people have been arrested. Where was the Nigeria police when those people were being killed?
Now, thank you so much. And that is why the the commissioner of police in Benue State have removed the DPO in charge of that area, and that is where we are now saying the people calling for state police are not doing the nation any good, because assuming that all the policemen are from Benue State, then you can't enforce law and order. And it is equally of note that
are you alleging that the people of Benue State hate Fulanis? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not alleging that. I've never said that.
You seem to be insinuating.
No, I'm not insinuating. I'm telling you the fact.
If indeed all the people were from Benue State, they would have nothing.
No. I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you an example. For proper enforcement of law and order, you should have a police that have national coloration the way we have. I won't be able. I won't allow you until when you allow me to respond to what he has said. Nigerian police force will not criticize any law. But if you look at that law, is anti-open grazing law and provision of ranchage. Have ranchage been provided in Benue State?
Our law is not anti-open grazing.
No.
So that is not the name of that law. The law is open grazing prohibition and ranches
whatever you call it, whether
open
prohibition. The provision of ranches are equally there as an element of that law, which have not been provided for. So the government of East State, the governor of East State, and the people have the responsibility to continue to support the police force. We have restored peace in Benue, and we are improving on our deployment. We have various attacks on our personnel. 2 mobile men were killed, another one was killed, another one was missing, and it was just found yesterday. So we've lived up to our responsibility. But there's a need for continuous synergy. No any governor can say he doesn't have access to the commissioner of police like he has asserted. Though the commissioner of police take directive from the inspector general of police, but that does not mean on monthly basis or weekly basis they don't meet with their governors who tell them what are their concerns. So the government should pay more attention to align the local, to give us the intelligence, because the intelligence lies with the people.
When we look ahead and we look to a solution, we know the IG is not going to resign. We know the Benue State governor is not going to resign. You're going to have to work together. So how do you do that? From both of your perspectives, how can you compromise to make sure that Benue State can move forward in peace?
Well, I think that now Nigerians have seen clearly where the police stand as far as the crisis in Benue is concerned. And the police have not hidden their stand. They are clearly on the side of the herdsmen. You have heard his statements repeatedly, taking sides with the herdsmen, defending them, and even the arrests that have been made by the police are lopsided.
Solutions, please,
lopsided arrests. 73 people buried in one day in Benue. The Senate said, go to Benue, make sure you get these people arrested in 14 days.
No more blame game.
Are you suggesting
the police are afraid to do that?
Just a moment. Are you suggesting that there can be no solution unless the IGP resigns?
No, that's not what we're saying. But we want, because he has failed to do what the nation expects him to do, he has to resign. But see, Benue people.
So what are you going to do if in the event that he doesn't?
Benue people are at peace with the police. We are still working with the police, and we will continue to work with the police. We don't believe in unconventional security means. We believe in the conventional security means of security agencies of this country. So we will continue. We are working at peace with police. We are working at peace with
Mr. Moshood,
and this will continue.
Your closing moments now. What do you think is the way forward?
Thank you so much. Before going into that, there's no way I won't respond to the issue of herdsmen. I'm not a spokesperson for herdsmen, and we never take Nigerian police never took side with anybody in the crisis. But we want them to know that crime prevention is our responsibility, and any procedure, whether law or so, that will not engender peace or all Nigerians working together and living together as brothers is not a good law. It is important they look back at that law and look at the consequences of such an act and get a solution to it. We are not supporting herdsmen. We are not supporting the farmers. We are in the middle, and that is why it's important for everybody on board to discuss this matter. So many meetings have been held. The one in the Ministry of Interior had a meeting where the IGA or the other security agencies were equally there with the governor of 6 states in this central zone. And solution is being looked for. So we want people who continue to harm militia to stop doing so, because it's a fine place to live it,
because you're already making allegations again. But we have to thank you most kindly. Just a moment, Miss. We have to end the program. We have to thank you most kindly for coming on the show. Mr. Moshood Jimoh is the first public relations officer of the Nigeria Police, and we also had Mr. Teve Akase, who is the CPS as the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Benue State. But that's been the show this morning. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your comments as well. I'm Maokwe Ogun Yusuf.
I'm Ajuri Ngelale.